The Cobra Rattler has finally arrived, and it takes up a lot of real estate, so I had to clear the bar, literally. Art just looks amazing. You get strafing firepower there. You get the back of the box in formation there, dropping the bombs as you go along. And on top of the box, you get the Cobra Airborne insignia. And on the bottom of the box, you get the silhouette, the breakdown of everything that comes on this. I love that silhouette, as the A-10 is hands down my favorite fighter in the Marine Arsenal. Just awesome. These used to be at Myrtle Beach Air Force Base, just screaming across the sky. That said, let's get this unboxed and take a closer look. Once out of the box, this is the 3 packages you get, stacked on top of the other. They got those beautiful Cobra insignias on each side. And now for the contents of the top box. You get the mission badges and insignias, the decals galore. I mean, there's a ton of them. We're going to throw them over here for a second. Just a lot of that stuff, instructions. You get the 3 figures. You get Wild Weasel, you get the Baroness and the pilot, or Rattler gunner. You get the blast effects, the bombs, all the other good stuff there. You get layers, plural, so there's that. Flip over the boxes and you get the mural again. And for those inbox collectors, that'll look good on the inbox shelf. Inside the middle box, or box number 2, you get those contrails, you get canopy pieces, kind of laying amongst the stuff there. You got another piece there, and you got the top of its blaster there. And you open this up, or you set it aside. You get the fuselage, the main body. You get looks like half of the intake. You get pieces there. Not sure if there's anything else underneath that box. There's nothing else underneath that box. So there's what you get in that second box. Inside the third box, you get this little onset with some more of the goodies together there. On the bottom, get the other wing tips, and more assorted pieces. There's nothing else underneath that box I know of. Nothing there. So some assembly is required. I'm going into handheld mode here for this next part. I'm going to at least do step 1 there before I go to work, so I can swoosh this around at least once. And those figures just look freaking incredible, but she is damn near impossible to stand. Here is this beautiful Rattler on the turntable and its stand in level flight mode. I'm going to do a little 360 right here real quick, let you see the side profile, the rear profile, your port side, and just how phenomenally awesome this thing really is. Now I gotta get these wings turned up like this. It's gonna squeak. And I gotta get the armaments on all across that. I'm gonna try to do a speed round of letting you look at the details on these. So here is a bomb. Best regards. There's the Warthog reference. You got another bomb. A really nice silhouette of a bomb blasting Joker thing going on. You got 2 of these guys. That is just absolutely freaking awesome. Cobra Command Cluster. So you got cluster bombs times 2. You got, like, I do believe I saw that right. These are the original, like, missiles that are on the bottom of it. And then some more missiles here. Heat seeking awesomeness. Boom, there. And I think I'm going to go with this option here underneath instead of some of the other crazy. I like the way this looks right here. Just looks really freaking cool, man. So that was one packet. You have some unguided. I think there's like 6 of these that go on a tri-bomb drop rack. So that's what you got there. You got 2 of those. You got a damage panel that'll have an LED behind it looking like it just took fire and it's glowing with some of the pulsation there. A ladder to climb up on the wing and look at and work on the engines. Quite a few mounts to install, so there's those. And here is Wild Weasel showing you his hand now that I've got it all dealt out there. The firepower on this thing is phenomenal. I really do love how all that looks in hover mode. You got the little hover jets going on the flat and level option there. The other piece that's in underneath there, that is something you can do ascending, descending, or even banked flight poses if you so desire. I will take pictures of that and show you here and here. It's just really, really freaking phenomenal what you can do with this. And if you do get another turntable, then you can have that little turn display thing going on and stuff. So you see these extra bits right here. This drawer is actually open. And it's shutting to store the extra bits. And another neat little feature here is you get this little light up feature as the lights come back on, and I've added the blast panel, so when I hit the second time, you do get some battle damage going on. I think it does. Hang on. Oh, let's see here. I can't get it to simulate the battle damage. So, but anyway, you get some battle damage there going on. Give me a second, guys. This effect is phenomenal when it does go off. I mean, that is just something superb and nice and just totally freaking awesome. So he's been shot and he's got some battle damage. That is freaking awesome. I absolutely love this. They thought about these little things and details. That's the only patch that you can remove the panel, but if I'm in an understanding of it right, that's also where it does its thing. And I've got another little video to show you of what the cockpit looks like when it's doing that. You can tell it's doing its thing. Let's get those wings upright. And now we've got the battle damage, and it'll probably go off here in just a moment, but you got the missiles firing, which is just freaking phenomenal on this Cobra Rattler. And totally posable. You can leave it on your display like that, and say if you don't have enough space, there is another option we'll go to here in a minute. Love this back exhaust here, and it's also got a place where you can add some flame effects for showing thrusting or whatnot. And just phenomenal. Yeah, see, it went out, so it's no longer under fire anymore. Let's switch that back out to its default setting. Everything just seems to have its place with this set and looks really, really freaking awesome. And going back into that storage space issue, guys, as we take one more spin looking at it, just armed up without all the other stuff, you got your place for your other rockets and that kind of thing. And that is just awesome, man. It just looks like it's shooting stuff off. So another thing that you can do when you actually land on the landing gear, which that landing gear is totally retractable and stuff, which I did this the first time I'm about really super geeked out. So your landing gear comes down, which is awesome. It's rolling retractable landing gear. Check, check, and check. Looking freaking phenomenal. And say you don't have enough shelf space. Let me get this scoot over just a little bit here. You ain't got enough shelf space for that massive wingspan and what have you. So there's a button that releases on the bottom and lets you stick that stuff up. So I'm going to get it here. Find that button on the side, release it, pull it out, this locks up into place. So you've got that option on both sides. You can do the same thing over here. Push that release button, pull it out, and it gets up into place. So this is how you do it if you don't got a lot of shelf space. Like a lot of us don't have a lot of shelf space. So that is freaking awesome, guys. I'm gonna have to do one thing here. I'm gonna get into some final thoughts on this Cobra Rattler, guys. Some final thoughts on the Cobra Rattler Haslab. This thing is phenomenal. It has a really good stock of weapons and everything going on with it. The only three glaring negatives, just to get them out of the way right quick, is that Baroness cannot stand up worth the hoot. She'll probably fall as I keep spinning this around right here. Those heels are just make it really hard and difficult to pose her. That's not a bad pose right there. She's standing underneath it while Weasel swooped down and let off a couple of sidewinders to go flying off through the air there. You can pose this thing in many different ways, especially if you have this table here. You can do this. You can have it banking right. You can have it banking left. or you can have it diving down, guys. This thing is phenomenal. I really do love having this here, showing it off like this today. This thing is just really, really massively cool and awesome. I can't get over how much thought they put into it to give you display options depending on space and limitability and that kind of thing. Love that the details are pretty much all there. I mean, there's even a bit of purple, if I can stand this up here, in the tail ends that show you that burn effect. You know, I mean, this is just freaking phenomenal. No matter if you're looking at the back, the side, or the front, it is something else special, man. I really do like having the landing lights option and the interior detail just like glowing away there. And this is just an outstanding piece, guys. I can't get over how cool this thing really is, as I keep trying to adjust it just to show you all the coolness that you got here. This is what we always had wanted since, you know, Classify come out. But then with it being for 6-inch figures, you have that space issue no matter what. That can, you know, be daunting. But I'm so glad to have one of these in my G.I. Joe Classified collection. Looks really freaking awesome. Thanks again for watching my channel, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. And I hope you guys that got your Haslab Rattlers in and are enjoying it as much as I do. Thanks again for watching, guys. Y'all stay safe out there. Have a great week. Yo, Joe. Or better yet, Cobra! You get the message. This is a really awesome buy.